Good morning, December 3rd today. It is 11 o'clock Central Time and back home in Ontario, it is presently noon. Such an exciting day today. There's so many things going on in Stampin' Up world. There's 2 new kits and they are fabulous, which I need to update and post about because they're so good. So that's going on. And then there's some new designer series paper. And then the other thing that's happening right now is the retired list of products from the mini catalog. So that as well has been going on. So lots of exciting things in Stampin' Up world going on right now. So kind of fun. And so I have to check those sales out. Absolutely, they are fabulous. Today, I will be continuing with the Decorative Trees Bundle. Good morning, Joan from Washington State. Today, I did put my camera, so you will see my greetings on the right side. I have to confess, yesterday, my husband left early in the morning, and then he was sharing with me, I won't be home all day, I won't come for lunch, I have a VIP lunch, and blah, blah, blah. And during my live yesterday, he popped in and said that he was super unwell and had to go to the hospital. So I was like, I couldn't focus and I didn't want to let you go and let you down. So then I continued the live, and then after I went and I met him. Being a nurse, you'd think I'd be the best nurse. When it comes down to my family, my children, my husband, it's like I feel, I don't know, not helpless, but that sort of thing. So anyways, he stayed there for a bunch of hours. They did a bunch of tests and we are good to go. So he's back home and everything's okay. But that's why I was a bit like a chaotic mess yesterday. Anyways, everything's good now, but I was like, he was not supposed to walk in during my live, so something's wrong. Anyways, we're good now. I'm excited to share my projects today. I will be updating my blog, so it's kimmcgillis.com, with yesterday's products and things that we made, and then today's, and I'm just going to show them to you as well. So anyways, that's what's going on. It is grayish here, a little bit of sun. It was very mild weather, -7 this morning, so I went to do my puppy walk. It was amazing. And then here I am ready to show you a couple of options. So we are going to be doing tags, and you'll get to see my messy desk with piles of things. I had shared with you that I had these cute snowflakes cookies, and then thought that they do need a coordinating tag for sure. Good morning, Karen. Happy to see you as well. I saw that you've already did all your bookings for the incentive trip to Disney. We haven't done that yet. I'm assuming it's going to be very difficult to fly out. I think we're going to be flying out from Regina and not from Ontario, so I have to figure my flights for that. Joan is saying, oh, that's scary. Family is always first. Don't feel bad. Yeah, no, he's good now. I think he's good. He went to work today, so it's a good thing. Okay, so I am going to put my screen down, but you do want to look at all those promotions going on. And then if you are my Canadian customers, you know that I'll be matching it. There's a free PDF for everybody that places a $60 order. And there's also my iridescent gems if ever you place a $75 order. And if you are ordering for more than $100, I suggest that you look at that kit to go like us, okay? So it's kind of fun to get the demonstrators kit because you're getting like $165 of product, and you're not even paying like a quarter of that. So that's awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna flip my camera down. Lots of stuff you'll get to see. It looks pretty good. I actually might load up the other camera so you get to see what's going on here. I love that we have snow, and the reason why I love that we have snow is because I feel like it's a lot brighter in the studio, so that's kind of fun. Okay, just gonna log in. And then yesterday while I was on my live, my daughter was also calling me, and because of the time difference, she was back home. She was like, oh mom, I'm so sorry, I forgot it's your live. So now they started to know that I do live at this hour. So you see my messy desk here, lots of stuff happening. I do want to share a little bit of the project. So yesterday, these are the cards. Look how great they turned out. They turned out so beautiful, and They're perfect. Those are the mini tags that I shared. I said that my favorite was this shaded spruce. I think a lot of people had different comments of which ones was their favorite, but I feel like they're all cute and very simple. These I added the iridescent gems. And you know me, once I start playing with a collection, I always build with the same momentum. So in the sense that whatever dies I've used, I'm using as well for today. I also have the gigantic card here that is a huge, but I do love the whites and stuff. And I'm thinking maybe tomorrow I should share something different with that same as a card, like a third card. I feel like it needs a third buddy right here. And then I use the Sentimental Christmas Designer Series paper, and it did turn out great because it has that misty moonlight background, so that's kind of fun as well. Today we're doing and moving on to tags, a couple of versions I wanted to share with you. And then I did continue with the same dies so you get to see, but look how pretty, just by adding a tag right here, how it's gonna look. We did do this designer series paper, or just cardstock, colored, watercolored cardstock yesterday. So I'm not going to repeat that step, but we are going to use the leftover from yesterday. So I am going to show you a little bit how I do this part and the cutting and so on. I also did with that watercolor paper, I did the tone on tone. Like I just added the background image and then put the layer. So instead of doing whites like I did with this one, it's really the multiple colors as well. So that's kind of fun. I just love to do alternates. So that's kind of a fun thing to do. So now I decided to pull out the same collection, and I am using this die, and it is part of the online exclusive. It comes with multiple dies. I use it all the time. I don't know if you do as well, but they are the greetings of this season's die. And it's item 164112. This is something that you might want to consider ordering because it has multiple dies, different size. For today, because my tree was so huge, I used the largest one, but we could also add the greeting right here and let it hang on the side and have the Christmas tree. So that could be an option. So there's fun things to do. I've already done 3 of them because I want to continue with what we had built yesterday. So my 3 tags are done just with basic white. And then 2 of these I've already mounted. So this is the Melon Mambo that we did yesterday, the paper, and then Misty Moonlight. And then I have here the shaded green. So again, these are going to come. Now you know that I've already mounted that top layer from my die piece here from Decorative Trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to snip the bottom part because this is a way smaller tree. So now you see that it fits perfectly, which is kind of cool, right? So this part is going to go here. And then as I continue building my collection, I've also continued using the Pyrenees postage dies. So yesterday we used a die that goes right in here. Today I'm using the one that goes right inside here. So it's the largest one, okay? So you'll need to pull this out. I've already done 2 of them. They're right here, but I am gonna do a 3rd one. So then we're gonna build every single card. So here I'm gonna snip this portion off. And you know that I'll have a full wall of projects once it's done. I'm gonna be posting also alternatives, building different levels of them, just so you get to see all of the ones. So Joan is asking, do I use the adhesive sheets for the dies? I can't remember, Joan, if you were there yesterday, but yes, I did use the adhesive sheets for this portion. And why? It's because it's so intricate that you'd get sticky fingers from that glue, green glue. So I did do that yesterday, and we are going to do that again today. So I'm just going to pull this big guy once again. And then I am gonna use, I need a third one, so we're just gonna cut this one first. And also with the Purino postage comes this little piece, which I want that circle that's there, so I'm gonna add that as well. And it's all about creating all of these extra little pieces because I love doing that. Karen is saying that she loves those two dies, so versatile. Yes, they are, and actually you could almost put them all in your cutter and then cut every single one at once, like all the whites and this and that, and then just post them so you get to pick after and build your trees. Obviously, I'm a snowflake girl. I do love this one. It's one of my favorites because it's the snowflake. But then if you want to embellish your trees, you could add some little bows, some little bulbs, garlands, whatever you want. Like there's so many options there. So I'm just gonna grab this little piece here. I'm gonna keep my little circle for later. And then we don't really need this one anymore. So we were speaking about adhesive sheets. Do you use the adhesive sheets? Are you one that uses them just like me? What I'll be doing is I'm gonna snip this piece off. I'm gonna do the same thing on the opposite side, and then we're gonna add an adhesive sheet right on top here. I'm gonna show you how we do that. They are amazing to use. I always pull like one side first. To not get the sticky fingers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add my piece right here. You see, so I have it there. And now I'm gonna go and pull the second piece. And then place it right here. I don't think I need that extra edge. I'm gonna save that. And then gonna cut this off. It's like a fine border, right? Now your sticky part is underneath. I'm just gonna come here and then we're gonna grab this one because I want all my little trees to coordinate. So that's me. And then since we're in here, might as well add this piece again. So just gonna do that. I'm gonna add my plate. If ever you're watching the replay, please say hello, say where you're from. If you are not a regular, I'd love to know who's on today. And then I'm gonna be going to shop and get that pre-order completed because I was just waiting. My artisan design box just arrived today. So because it arrived, I'm just gonna look what's in there and then complete my collection. So now I'm just popping out all of these things. Today, actually, it needs to be like dusting studio day too. So many little backings of dimensionals. I just need to pick up a little bit. Okay, just have a couple little ones to pop off. I love making my own tags for the holiday season. They're so fun to do. Perfect. Now I'm just gonna pull this, and you could use your pick tool or some scissors, whatever you have that's sharp. And then we're just gonna remove that second layer. And now the adhesive is right on. So Joan, your question, here we go. No sticky fingers. Any little intricate die, you could just glue like this. Voila. it's not popping off. Look, I didn't use the adhesive sheets here, so this one stands out, which I need to put more glue. This one, I did not, I used the adhesive sheets and it works just wonderful. And then because it's a shorter tree, I'm just gonna remove this part, and then this will go right here. Now, I'm gonna pull these little pieces. I have 3. We're building 3 at a time. And then I just love the Snowflake 3D embossing folder. So this is the one that I'll be using. And because the image is so tiny, then I could add all 3 in there, which is kind of fun, right? And it could go sideways, it could go whichever, because it's just a bunch of snowflakes. So it's kind of fun. And then I'm just gonna go like this. And then I'm gonna pull my plate number 4. So 1 and 4. And then voila, I'll have all 3 done at once, which is pretty fun. So you know that I chose all 3 colors just because it was part of my Color Fuser blog hop. It was the challenge. We needed to design with these colors. You could use any single color that you want. So mine are really Melon Mambo, Shaded Spruce, and Misty Moonlight. But you know what? You want to do them in red, you want to do them in different colors, you might want to do so. I do love using embossing folders because I feel like it adds some texture. So here we have those 2 here. We're going to set them aside. And now I'm just going to start building. I'm going to take out some dimensionals. So you know how I trimmed down that little tree. And then here I want to show the snowflakes that are embossed. Then add at least 2 dimensionals. If you want to add more, that's fine, but don't be cheap. You want to add. See how it fits perfectly, this little tiny guy? It wouldn't fit with this one, but it does fit perfectly on the inside. So you'll want to add. I'm doing white on white. It's up to you if you want to add coordinating colored cardstock, you may do so, but I'm just going to do a white on white. So then this one comes right here. I'm centering it perfectly. Look how cute. It's so simple, but I do love it. And then that little dot that comes from the Pioneer dies will go right here. And I'm doing again white on white, but if you want, these I use the pieces from yesterday, like the cardstock, and then you could just do green, and then the other color, you could do the other color, and so on. So we've got one done. Gonna add this one right here. Oh, I can't believe how it fits like just perfect square. I can be messy in my stamp room, but I could also be like a perfectionist. My husband says sometimes I'm a perfectionist. So this one has lots of snowflakes because it was the bottom portion of the die, but it's still good. We'll use that one as well. So that was done. And then we can add the others as well. I also have the iridescent ribbon. You could also, because we're using shaded spruce, I could add the shaded spruce ribbon for this one. It could be pretty, right? Maybe we should do shaded spruce just to do a different. So I'm just going to cut a tiny piece. I know what I'm going to do. See, as I create, things flow and then I change my mind on things. So I'm doing this last minute change. And then we had so many beautiful ribbons from the clearance rack. So there's the silver here. If you don't want to use silver, we also have in the online exclusive this beautiful gold one. So you could also use gold. So look how pretty the gold would look with this one. I think I'm gonna use the gold for today. Gold and like an emerald green, I find goes so well together. I'm just gonna tie this here. And then alternatives. You know how I like to make different projects? I showed you yesterday that we could also use, I had made these with the same colors and then do like Christmas bulbs. Look, how cute would that be to do like each either or? Like it would be adorable. Anyways, I find it'd be cute, right? So we don't need to just do the Christmas trees. The potential, there are so many things that you can do. I like to keep my extras and little stash here, whatever I've die cut. So I have some snowflakes in here, a bunch of little pieces. I keep them and then I just design what I feel like. And then I don't know, my stash of little things is humongous. It's becoming bigger and bigger. Okay, so let's just tuck this in a little slightly. And I am going to trim the ends because I just feel like there's too many. And that stamp set that I used yesterday, the May Your Days Be Merry, is very delicate. So you want to just stamp lightly when you're creating with it. Very, very delicate. Okay, so now just going to come here. And we're going to continue building this piece right here. I'm going to add the iridescent coordinating gems just because I love these. They tend to turn colors. So if your project is exposed to green, you'll see a little tint of green. It does actually have a tint of blue and pink. So it's pulling every single piece that I have. I'm going to put one of the larger images just because I feel like that would be cute too. So I do love the emerald green, and that's why I decided to do this one for today, just because it's just adorable. Look at this. So now we're going to pick a greeting. I think I'm going to stick with the same one. I'm going to grab that emerald. I could have used the For You and have it hanging as well, but for today, I think I'm going to do this one. And then let me just grab a tiny piece of white cardstock. There you have it. You see how it's so delicate? You just want to use a little piece. And then I'm going to use my light shaded spruce. My favorite thing to do. I'm going to grab my bone folder, and then we're just going to tap a couple of specks on there. Ah, looks wonderful. Look at that. Now, I was sharing with you a little bit earlier that I could have gone ahead and die cut a second piece from our dies today from the greetings, and then show you, and then just add that die, but don't have to either, just because it's a long greeting, so it would have went well with that same collection. But this time I'm just going to use my trimmer and trim it. So, or you could also use scissors, up to you. If you're a good trimmer and you could trim straight, you may. And the ends, I'm going to do that V cut. So I'm just going to go in here, cut like this, and then just meet. Go from each corner and then meet. Yeah. I feel like it could be a little bit trimmer, but smaller, but we'll see. Same thing, I'm just going to go in the middle right here and then trim on each side. Now you're probably thinking, Kim, you just used that beautiful shaded spruce, which is kind of an emerald green color. What could we do with the others if we're working with Misty Moonlight and Mellow Mambo? We could use that iridescent ribbon and just color it with the blends. I love to do that, so we might want to do that. It could be hanging right here. It could be on the top part, whichever. What should I do, top or bottom? I need your opinion. This is bottom, and then this would be the top part. I'm letting you decide which one you think is best. So I'm gonna be grabbing my markers or my blends. We'll go with the Melon Mambo Light, and we'll also do the Light Misty Moonlight. I'm not gonna do dark, I'm gonna go with light. Just because. What ifs. I'm just gonna pull this aside. If ever you know which one you think I should use or add the greeting at the top or bottom, I would love to know. So we don't need much. Take your wide side, and because the blends are alcohol based, it is gonna dry pretty fast. So we always need a white ribbon in our stash that we could color with our blends to coordinate. That's a must in your collection. And because it's iridescent, I love the shine that it has. So this is the first one. Doesn't take much time, and we'll let it dry right there. And then the second is gonna be Misty Moonlight. And I went with the lighter ones. If you wanna take the darker blends, you might. Ooh, I love the Misty Moonlight. Blue is my favorite color, so here we go. I am craving these little nectarines that we have from Costco. Hate when they have the pulps, but that's what I'm gonna be doing next, is going to munch on them. Okay, so now we have this one here. Let's add our little circles, and when I designed these little pieces, I did not put the adhesive sheet. So now you see me with my green glue, just rubbing with my finger to make the least glue stand out. I'm gonna do the same thing with the other one, but the thing is, like I indicated, I feel like it was better to use the adhesive sheets. Just my opinion. Okay, and now we're gonna do this part in blue. I hope it's glued on properly. And then you would just do the same for the greeting and the colors that coordinate. So now, still not sure if I'm putting my tag at the top or the bottom for the greeting, but let's just add it here for now. We have our mini tag, our love note here, and then we could do the larger card in all of the same colors. So every color is going to be represented, which is kind of fun, right? So we get to see these on my blog. So see, this is with the blue, and then we also have with the Melon Mambo. Feel like they look so good. It's a tiny hole, so you do need some tools to pick at. I have all of my tools like in a mason jar, and I keep them on my desk. How do you organize your studio? I have my stamp sets in alphabetical order. I have them by annual catalog. Then I do have them also by online exclusive. Retired sets are also on one side. It's kind of my way of knowing. I also have the mini catalog all together. So now that the list is out, I'll have to shuffle some things around and just move them around here. Okay. So now we have all of these here. And then, like I said, we could use little bulb. Because I haven't used these sets either, I could switch them up and add them. Look how cute. I just emboss with the white and it just looks so cute as well. So that would be an option. As I think once I do my blog post, you'll be able to see a variety of them, all of them together. So you'll get to see the ones with the bulbs, and you'll also get to see an alternate card. So you'll want to tune in, and then you'll see the tree in a bunch of different colors as well. So I hope this has inspired you to make these little tags. They're fun, and also to shop the online exclusive because there's so many options. You'll want to look at that retired list of things that are going to be retiring. You'll also want to look at those 2 new kits. They are simply gorgeous. Love them. And some are actually great Christmas gifts as well. So which one would you prefer? This one with the trees or the ornaments? Would love to know. This one's going to be at the bottom. It's a little bit tinier. I am still going to add some embellishments, the iridescent ones as well. We actually have to do some Christmas shopping too. I have my Christmas tags, but I didn't do my Christmas shopping. So we are flying back to Ontario. So we'll want to do that for sure. And then because I have a lot of these, I'm just going to use a silver twine. I just find that it goes better with the blue, and I have lots of them from the clearance rack. So that's what I'll do. Find that it goes better. I don't want to put gold. I could have put gold, but I think in this option I prefer silver. So here we go. Imagine at the end I'll have like piles of different ones. You'll get to see them in a bunch of different colors. And then I'll have just my last Melon Bumble pink to do. I could also use the twine and add a little bow right in there if I wanted to. The collection has a bunch of different things. So you get to see 2 of them right here. One, I'll put the greeting at the top. I think the other one at the bottom. Just want to show you different options. And then we'll do the pink later. Well, thank you for watching, and probably have something exciting to show you for tomorrow. Okay, bye-bye.